The crowded field of Democrats running for governor is thinning slightly. Former Democratic Assembly Majority Leader Ian Calderon just dropped out. It is a crowded field, and this week the head of the California Democratic Party chairman asked candidates without a viable path to end their campaigns.
KCRA 3's political director Ashley Zavala spoke with him today. What did he say?
Yeah, he was very, calm. Seemed like this was a balanced decision for him, even though he was one of those lower polling candidates. Ian Calderon told me he felt really strongly about his campaign. He says many factors went into this decision, including timing, money, and family. But so far, he's the only one to drop out. The field is still wide, which was on display here in Sacramento today. Several of the candidates were on stage at the California Realtors Forum. Calderon dropped out hours before this event started this morning. The two candidates who get the most votes in the primary election in June move on to the general election in November, regardless of political party here in California. This state is one of a few that has this kind of system known as top two. With so many Democratic candidates in the race still, some are concerned there's a chance California voters would end up picking between two Republicans for governor. When we spoke, Calderon didn't explicitly say the party chairman's letter drove him to drop out of the race. Here's part of our conversation.
What people don't understand or realize is that within the last couple of days, I had gotten some calls from groups that, have they yet to make a decision and were really interested in me and really interested in my candidacy. But you have to take a look at timing, and you have to take a look at how you're going to be able to get that message across to enough Californians in a crowded field, and where those votes are going to come from. And so, it is the filing deadline. It forces you to make a decision, and it forces you to be honest, at least for me, about where I stand or where I stood in the race. And I had to make the decision that I felt was best. And, you never know what's going to happen in the future.
In those calls that you took over the last couple of days, did any groups or anyone tell you to get out?
No, I saw a couple of people on social media that were telling me to get out, but no, I didn't have anybody that was calling me, telling me to get out.
The possible chance of two Republicans in November, did that play a role in your decision making?
Look, I think it's important to take it into consideration and to not just dismiss it. I have never personally felt like that was going to be a very likely outcome. I still don't believe that it is a very likely outcome. So I understand campaigns. I understand politics. I come at it from a different perspective. I understand how these things tend to play out at the end. So certainly important to consider, but I was never really concerned that we were going to end up with two Republicans.
A couple of other takeaways from our conversation. First, Calderon said he plans to endorse one of the Democrats that are doing well in the polls right now. That's Congressman Eric Swalwell. He also thinks California leaders need to seriously reassess this top two primary system. The deadline for candidates to file to run for governor is tomorrow. Most of those other lower polling candidates filed their paperwork earlier this week.
Okay, so since Calderon has dropped out, what are the chances now of two Republicans being on the ballot in November?
Yeah, we talked about this modeling tool that elections expert Paul Mitchell has. Last night, the numbers were showing that the possibility of this was between 27 and 28%. But as of about 10 minutes ago, it looked like that number was at about 26%. So we keep tracking it. It changes. It depends on money, polling, etc. But yeah, still, really the takeaway is that Calderon getting out of this race didn't really make a dent in those chances.
Interesting. All right. Thank you, Ashley.